I love watching YouTube on my laptop, but today I'm taking things slow. I might move around my home a lot, so I'm watching it on my phone for now. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Art. Yes, this is messy. I still need to. Actually, I can tidy this up for a little bit before. Honestly, tidying it up means removing that one bag. I think everyone's treadmill becomes like a storage unit. It's just a rite of passage. Anyway, I am currently doing 75 hard because I need to change my life. I have a lot of social events coming up, and I realized that recording videos is taking away from my social battery. Interesting. Learned that last week. And because of that, my goal is to try and just tell you the story of my week while talking as little as possible. I went to an event last year with Alyssa where we went to a club, and it was basically like they're playing really popular songs in English and Spanish, and you're just like singing along to the music. It was so much fun. And the first DJ went up and like was playing banger after banger. The transitions were fantastic. And when you find a good DJ, you follow that DJ on Instagram, and wherever they have a show, you follow them. But this particular DJ is like, she's doing wedding. She went like and DJ'd for Lady London, and it's just like, you always post after the fact and never before the fact, and like, I want to see you. I followed you because I'm trying to support you. And she's like, well, it's typically random, but I do have a set coming up on Friday in the Bronx. And it's just like, I will go to the Bronx. I'm there. So Friday, I'm gonna go basically party to Usher, which I'm in my little millennial era. Just went and saw Jay Sean last week. Pretty sure that was last week. My concept of time is skewed. But I saw Lloyd, I saw Sean Paul. Did I say Jay Sean? Wow, wrong person. But yeah, I'm in my little millennial era. Went from Lloyd to Sean Paul, and then I'm gonna do Usher this weekend. I'm happy about that. I'm excited for that. I'm also going to go to like a work hangout thing. Some of them are no longer coworkers. Very unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. I'm glad we have like a friendship outside of work. And then Sunday, I'm gonna help someone braid their hair. I volunteered. I'm not a hair braider. This isn't like an income stream that I'm trying. It's more of like, okay, I think I can do it. You need help. I can help if you have no one else. And I guess she doesn't have anyone else. So I'm going to hopefully learn to do goddess braids. And that's basically what we have going on this week. Because I'm trying to preserve my social battery, I really just want this week to be mostly trying to romanticize my life a bit. The goal isn't aesthetic. The goal is storytelling. I'm also editing some vlogs from last year. As I'm editing, I'm just like, this feels very fast paced, and I want to slow down a bit. And I like being able to switch up my style of editing every once in a while. I don't think I have like a telltale sign that this is in Art Thomas production, but I know what I like to look at, and I'm gonna keep trying to strive for that. So if you are someone who likes those chatty vlogs like myself, this might not be the one for you. Granted, when I do speak, probably gonna be speaking a lot, but I just want to keep it calm. pause on work. I saw a TikTok and there's a bakery in the Bronx that has a donut that looks similar to the Miami donut that I'm obsessed with. The donut shop in Miami actually closed down, so I'll never be able to get it again. So hopefully this bakery can hold a candle near it. The fit. I don't think this is the fit for this, but all right, I'm overthinking it. Let's go. I just spent 2 hours editing and now I'm like binge watching YouTube channels. I'm so exhausted. I went to a bakery because I wanted a donut. They didn't have the donut that I wanted. So I got a tart, which I inhaled by the time I got back home, and a cake, which I still haven't touched. For dinner, I just had rice and carrots because I reheated pork and it just, the texture was not there. So I'm gonna toss that out. I will not be putting on makeup. What I'm probably gonna do is like retouch up, maybe some blush, maybe I'll put on some eyeliner since I'm not throwing on mascara, but I have to keep my makeup to something I can literally wash off without being aggressive to my face because I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna throw on some jeans. Maybe I'll change my shirt. Maybe I'll wear a jacket. We'll see when we get there. I think my goal is to get there at like 10:15, 10:20. That's it. No one's looking that close. No one's looking that close. Words of wisdom for your eyeliner: no one's ever looking that close. If you want to do a dramatic little cat eye, you got me. But if you're doing a little baby wing, right? No one can notice that it's two different eye shapes. You're okay. Odds of me sweating like crazy, very likely. I thrifted this jacket. It was $75. That's a great thrift find for New York City, in my opinion. Shirt is Halara. Pants I got from Macy's. This belt is from Forever 21 from forever ago. And I'm just doing gold jewelry. Dragon pendant. Hoops. That's the fit. Oh, shoes. I'm gonna be wearing these Adidas. I swear these were New Balances. I'm okay with Adidas. I'm just shocked for some reason. Anyway, I'm gonna be 15 minutes late. Exactly as planned. Love that DJ, and we'll be continuing to support them. Sat down with this woman at the bar, which wasn't my intention. My intention was to grab a drink and then go sit closer to the DJ booth because that's who I came there for. But alas, and I also wanted food, so I ordered food, but the food, it was good, but it's not what I was craving, so it wasn't good, if that makes sense. And then like I felt my overstimulatedness popping out and I just wanted to like groove to the music, but then this woman is talking to me about like her life and it's like, okay, pay attention, but also usher, you know? But I went out to vibe and I vibed. I had a good time. The spot was really cute. I see myself going again, not any point soon. That travel was intense. Oh, that's what I was talking about last night. Got there, I tell the bartender I've been sober for over a year and he's like, oh, thank you for breaking your sobriety with me. And I said, I didn't say all that. I just said I was sober. I didn't say I was breaking my sobriety. He ends up later in the night giving me a little baby shot of like some watermelon juice with like vodka in it. And I was like, what's in it? And he's like, don't worry, it's good, just take it. And it's like, if I were to break my sobriety, I don't want it to be vodka. Vodka and Fireball are the two drinks that just send me war flashbacks to college that I don't want to deal with. That shot was watermelon vodka. Mostly watermelon, but still it was gross. The second I took the shot, I was just like, I need like a gin Ricky right now. Like I need something to wash this away. Like if I'm gonna drink alcohol, it's not gonna be fucking vodka. I know there's better alcohol in this world than fucking watermelon vodka. Granted, it was juice. It was watermelon juice with vodka in it, but still it was like, it tastes like the worst fucking Jolly Rancher I've ever had in my life. I'm literally fighting for my life. I posted on my Instagram stories, I was like contemplating breaking my sobriety. Lisa, love you babe, immediately was like, don't do it. Lisa, love you babe. Immediately I was like, but maybe I should. There's someone who I recently met who saw my story and she swiped up and she's like, I broke my sobriety on my birthday. Don't do it. Word from me. And I was like, okay. I've also like had my card in my hand ready to pay my check and I was like ready to be like, get me that gin. He looks at me and I'm ready to order a drink. He goes, water? The universe did not want me to drink, so I accepted the water, I closed out my tab, and I went home later on that night. So I think I really want to talk about if I do want to break my sobriety, what that would look like, when that would be. Because in my head, it's like if I drink, get a nice buzz going, and like it ends up being a good night, then I can see myself being a casual drinker again. If I drink, get a nice buzz going, wake up with like the worst hangover in the world, I will never touch alcohol ever again. You know, I feel like the day I choose to break my sobriety will let me know either, okay, we got this, or no, we don't. Because also, the third option is I break my sobriety and I keep getting fucked up, and then I just need someone close to me to be like, you have a problem. And then that'll be sobriety for the rest of my life. You know, there's two outcomes of the three situations where I do break my sobriety. But two of those three options are just me being sober forever, so I might as well. No, but I gotta journal about this. One of the pastries that I got yesterday, it's really good. I don't know what it's called. Completely massacred this. My exercise today is gonna be, oop, you're too short. My exercise today is gonna be tennis. I'm bringing 3 tennis balls, bringing this heart bag because it brings me joy and it fits my racket nicely. And these socks, how do I show you? Have cherries on them. They're so cute. I'm just gonna wear my Adidas that I showed you last night because those are my little active shoes. I didn't check the weather before I left. I just felt the weather in my room and it was freezing. So I threw on this sweatshirt. Y'all, it is 80 degrees, so that's on me. I'm going to take that into account when I go to golfing later. Also, I followed the map where it says the handball court is, which is right behind me. There is no handball court. So that's fun and exciting. The walk here was already strenuous. I wouldn't be mad if I just went home because this was like a fairly long walk. So, and I looked at Google Maps and I saw pictures of the handball court, but I guess they ripped it up for bousing, the Italian thing with the balls, the Italian game. Bousse, is that how you pronounce it? Outfit change. Same pants as yesterday, but I cuffed the bottom. And this is a soft beige baby tee from my outfit online. Jewelry, little baby boots. Something simple. Golf was so much fun. I wish it was recording, especially for this one part. I think it was hole 8 or something. The way the course was set up, it was basically like bronze, silver, and gold. And if you got bronze, it would like, the ball would roll back to you. If you got silver, it'll put it near the hole. And if you got gold, it was practically a hole-in-one. Everyone but one person in the group went before me, and everyone was landing in silver. I go up and jokingly I'm like, it'd be hilarious if I was the first person to get the bronze. And I hit the ball and it goes immediately into the gold. I'm in awe, and I think it was a hole-in-one. Yeah, I was shocked. Everyone was shocked. It was a really fun game. Our group was split up into 2 different mini golf groups. One group finished first, and it was me versus one other person. We were neck and neck the entire time. For the first hole, I got a 3, he got a 1. Second hole, I got a 1, he got a 3. Then it got to the point where it was like, we each got 4, we each got 2, we each got 4, we each got 2. And so this was our tiebreaker, essentially. Getting that gold really set me in the lead because I had a hole-in-one, and then he got a 4, and then there was one final hole to complete the game. After my silver, I like fumbled bad. So what should have been 2 points ended up being 4 hits. And then he also got 4 hits. So we were tied for virtually every single game except that second to last one, which put me in the lead. So I won with 22 points. He then got 25 points, and then the other group was 24, 28, 28. And it was so much fun. That spot was really cute. Like, I honestly wish I had gone at a quieter time because there were so many people. But I understand why there's so many people. It was really fun, and there's food there, which is nice, and drinking, and it's 21 and over, so it's not like screaming kids and people like wreaking havoc. I went to Swingers NoMad, if you're curious, and I do see myself going back. And I think it'd be like a really great fun date, like first date, getting to know each other still, type dates. So if you're looking for something interesting to do, and it wasn't like astronomically expensive. The food was astronomically expensive. I think I killed like $17 on a burger, and also I got a mocktail, which was the same price as a cocktail, which never really happens in my opinion. Absurd, but it was a big amount of mocktail versus everybody else's itty bitty cocktail. So I guess like in capacity, you know, you get more, but it is what it is. It was really fun. I'm gonna call it a night for recording. Tomorrow I'm gonna go help someone braid their hair, so I'm gonna prep for that. I'm gonna chug some water because I need it. Edit, stretch, and I will see you in the morning. I've been up since about 7:45 a.m. and it is almost 10 a.m. I need to rot for a little bit before moving on to accomplishing anything. I'm gonna eat some cereal because I'm hungry, but I need like actual sustenance at some point. And then I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna journal, then I'm gonna edit. And then my exercise is definitely coming later in the day. I just need to like not be a human right now. I've done so much and I finally get a pause. I was supposed to go to someone's house to braid their hair, but they woke up feeling unwell, which is my blessing because I am exhausted. I'm not one who gets excited for canceled plans, but this is one that I needed canceled. I've been trying to reschedule and she's like, yep, no, see you on Sunday. And it's like, see you. But yeah, we're gonna rest today. We have work to do later today, which sucks. Hate working on the weekends. But alas, it needs to get done. No work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Labor Day. Ideally, everything gets done today. And then I have another rest day, which would be great. I've rotted for too long. I need food, and I don't want to make it like standing is going to be too much energy. So I need to go out and buy it. Because I've changed what my restrictions are for my 75 hard. Because I said no takeout, but I feel like if I'm out and about and I need to eat, I should eat. It was kind of about saving money, but I think for me it's more of like I'm not allowed to deliver. Like I should get up and go grab it. So I changed it to like no delivery rather than no takeout because I'm not gonna starve myself while I'm out. So yeah, I'm gonna run to grab some food and I'm gonna wear my big headphones. Now it looks intentional.
Got my little breakfast and hopefully have more energy for today. The day is not over yet.
While my Earl Grey steeps. What was I trying to say? Brews? There we go. Oh my god. I'm gonna eat my sandwich.
It's completely changed my life, Ethan.
I am so uninterested in doing my 75 hard right now. I'm considering that walk to and from getting my breakfast as exercise. Yes, I was walking slow and it took me a half hour, but also I forgot my umbrella, right? So that added to the half hourness. I'm gonna go through my budget while watching YouTube videos and I'm probably gonna stop talking for the rest of the day. Sorry, this book is like, no, let's raise you up because let's talk about this. So this section of the book, and I know I should get a wide angle, but I won't. It's giving different approaches to dating. And in this particular section, it's like creating an experiment on a date where you disagree with your date for the first half of the date and then agree with them on the second half. But it's like, what if you agree with what they're saying at any point? The disagreement, you know? And they're also making the claim that like if you disagree with someone too much, then they're gonna think that you're just not a likable person, whereas if you like them too much, they're gonna think you're fake and lying. And so like having that nice balance is perfect. So I'm thinking like agree and disagree with every other thing, but to split it so that 50% of the time you agree and 50% of the time you disagree, wouldn't it increase the chances of you being both or either super unlikable or super fake in the context of like always agreeing and always disagreeing? I do want to continue reading this, but in my head it's like, why would I simply disagree? Why can't I just share my opinions with the person I'm on a date with, and if I agree, I agree, and if I don't, I don't. And if it just so happens we agree on everything and they think I'm fake, like, okay, like, I don't know. Throughout this book, there are certain things where it's just like, I guess, maybe, I agree, I don't agree. But this is the first time where it's just like, did you even think about this? No insult to Shannon Boodram. It's just, this is just an experiment that it doesn't make sense to me. And also just like concluding something based off of somebody else's storytelling of an event that occurred, you know, because she's going based off of like what these women's dates were and how they report back to her, and then she put it in the book. And she does mention that some of these dates that she's tried for herself. So I guess she's coming at a conclusion from there, but it's like, there are so many different factors that are being taken into account. Like the experiment that she put on before the one that I'm currently reading. This one was about, a couple experiments ago, excuse me. But this one's about like being suggestively sexual, like rubbing the stem of your wine glass, or like circling the rim, or like she made her bring avocados on the date because they look like testicles for her to play with. Okay. For that person, she just so happened to go on a date with someone who was hyperfixated on their ex and like would talk about their ex the entire time. And so she's just like, yeah, this experiment is inconclusive. Why didn't you ask her to do it again with a different person who didn't have issues with their ex that they wanted to share, you know? Like, even just like having everyone do each experiment. I don't know, maybe she was on a timeline. I don't know. I have so many questions that I don't think we'll ever get answered. But it's like some of these experiments, like, why didn't the same person test them out multiple occasions? Sorry, back to reading. So, sorry, the sun came out, which honestly I want to sit in it. I just went on a rant about how the other date was inconclusive. Why is this section starting off by saying, yeah, I had to find a new volunteer because her first attempt was at this was unsuccessful? What do you mean unsuccessful? Do you mean that it didn't prove your conclusion right? I need more. Maybe she'll give it to me and I'm being impatient, but it's like, you can't sit here and like someone goes on a date where the person they're going on a date with is not even susceptible to this person because they're stuck in their own world complaining about their ex. But you're gonna make this person go on 2 dates because the first one was unsuccessful? Like, what makes it unsuccessful? I just need more information for me to like, the logic here is not logicking, in my opinion. Sometimes I just find something to nitpick and I am right. No. It's saying here that it was unsuccessful because her date wouldn't stop talking. But then the other person wouldn't stop talking about their ex. So how is, you see, is it not clicking for, like, how I'm describing it to you? Do you understand why I'm frustrated? Because, like, you can't sit here and say that this other, like, date was inconclusive when they went out with the wrong person, but this person goes out with the wrong person and they got to go on a second date? Why couldn't the other person also go on a second date with someone who wasn't hung up on their ex? Because if this person had a date that wouldn't shut up, like, how would it... Whatever. Also, sorry, this is like... I really hate this experiment. Because literally the rules, the official instructions of the experiment says, as soon as the date arrives, she needed to set a timer for 10 minutes and disagree with everything no matter what he said during that time. But what if you agree? Now you're lying. Whatever. Can you see my shock at this bitch just straight up lying to this man? She asked like why this man agreed to the date and he said, I like meeting new people, and she's like, I hate meeting new people. And then proceeds to be like, oh, where are you from? And he's like, I'm from Germany, I speak German. He spoke German and she's just like, the German language is ugly. I'm gonna be, okay. I think for the fuck of it, why not put these experiments to the test? Not because I agree with them, but some of them are just so absurd. I can't imagine it actually working. And if I ever go on a date that I absolutely hate, I'm gonna whip these out. Because one thing about me, and I should probably change this, I'm not walking out on a date. I'm here for the story time. Maybe I'll go on a date, go to the bathroom, and wipe my vagina juice on my neck. That is a plot point to this book. Look. The alarm goes off, and she's now agreeable for the next portion of the date. And they had a lot in common. Did they have a lot in common because she agreed with everything? Or did she have a lot in common even prior to the disagreements. German is such an ugly language. Is it now the most gorgeous thing in the world because the timer went off? Like, I don't get this experiment. I'm not getting it. I'm not. But that's okay. I don't need to. Entertainment. See? Sometimes it's educational. Oftentimes it's entertainment. I now understand why I hate this experiment. I'm just gonna read it to you. Shannon asked, who would you recommend this experiment for? And the person doing the experiment said, I would recommend this experiment to someone like me. Someone who is so agreeable and afraid that conflict will hurt way more than it could help. But a little conflict keeps things interesting and it keeps everyone's egos in check. One thing about me, I'm gonna check your fucking ego. I will check your ego. So, I'm a confrontational ass person, right? So, it makes sense why I was fighting this. In fact, I would say my confrontation was displayed in my hatred for this video. Oh my god, not this video, this section of the book. 3 more pages. I'll finish up. This is why we read the full thing before we make our judgments. She did in fact voice that this experiment should not be done to a T with the timer and all. So, just don't be afraid to share your opinion. And that is something I don't struggle with. So, I have 1 chapter left and an epilogue. I would be done with this book in 3 days. Might be time to make food, actually. I said I would make food and then immediately lay down. I'll eat, I promise. So I just spent some time working on a Sunday, everyone's favorite. It is so early, but I need to turn in so freaking soon. I'm so exhausted.
What was some of the cool stuff that happened recently? I crunched up the side of my car. The car that got
Good morning. I'm gonna try and speed run 75 hard this morning. For tea, we have turkey bacon, eggs, toast, passion fruit, lime juice, and grenadine, and collagen, and water. I'm excited. Mostly walking. I just finished having my nutritionist appointment. Sorry, I just want to brush on my brows. I'm glad we just like were in and out. I just want to cry. Yeah, I just need like refresh, reset, and then after that it's like power off. I updated my 75 hard list yet again because I am neglecting my appointments. I meet with my nutritionist every week and I've just been slacking on getting her the information she needs, so I put like my log on my 75 hard just so that I don't forget it from here on out. I was on the phone with a friend of mine and I think I just need a cry, like a really good cry. I'm gonna get home, I'm going to do my job as best as I can, but then I'm just gonna bawl before continuing on with the rest of 75 hard. My anxiety is like through the fucking roof. I think I like started off the day with like disassociation, also like retaliation for like having to work this weekend, and then it just bled into actually not having a great time. I'm shaking like crazy, which I don't think is too noticeable, but I feel it and it is not fun. I like journaled about it, so I did do my journaling today. Yeah, too long to read. Like my anxiety is really bad and I have to work. The last thing that like requires a lot of my focus is editing, and I wish I did that instead, but honestly like I needed to turn my brain off and like disassociate for a sec, and yeah, I don't think editing would have been best for me. At the end of the day, I'm replaceable to them as a company, but to myself as a person, I am not. So as long as enough work gets done for like me to not fuck other people over, then I'm pretty solid. Did the bare minimum at work, didn't cry while doing it. That's something. I've opted not to buy food, but instead to go to the grocery store. A sandwich sounds so good right now. Cause it's like, I was crying, and tears is water, so it's like a beach day. Crying, the same as a beach. Salty tears, salty ocean, you know, like vibes are right. I'm actually like starving right now. My brain can't compute. I don't think I can actually think of possibilities, so I think I just have to go and hope for the best. They say don't go grocery shopping hungry, but honestly, if I get an excess amount of food, I need it. Let's be so real. Alrighty, we have our noodles, because I was really craving noodles. I don't think there's enough protein in that, so I went ahead and picked up some bone broth. I've never tried this before, and a lot of people warm this up, so I'm not sure if I should also do that. Okay, so I should heat this up. I'll microwave this in a bit. In addition to that, I've been dying for a mojito, and I wanted a non-alcoholic mojito because, you know, we're sober. I wanted to break that sobriety, but I guess 75 hard. People just assume you're sober. Also, being sober for a year and 4 months, people assume that you want to stay that way. I'll reevaluate my sobriety after 75 hard is over. I'm thinking maybe November. We'll test it out. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. Anyway. I'm not gonna lie to you, as I was holding this in my teeth, I just wanted to crack down on it. Given that it is glass, definitely should not have done that. I didn't. Very much wanted to. Wow, that is literally my perfect mojito. And it doesn't have rum in it, which is an instant hangover. So it's just, this is fucking fantastic. I know if they have good rum, it's not an instant hangover, but I'm in America. Remember that. Also, I want to give these a try. That's if this doesn't fill me up, which I'm assuming it won't. So I'm gonna eat this, microwave some bone broth for extra protein, and have some chips so I'm satiated. And of course, my mojito and whatever water I have left in my water bottle needs to get drunk today. This is literally fucking fantastic. Wow. No, I need like a bigger case of that. I also bought dill for the first time. Threw it in here with some parsley. This just slaps. Brings a little bit of freshness to it. These don't taste very different from regular corn tortilla chips, but these feel significantly more, not significantly, slightly more stale. I just spent a half hour editing. This video is almost done. I'm really proud of myself. It is now past midnight and I am sleepy, so I shut up and go beddy bye. I wish I fried the egg. Good morning. Finally finished The Game of Desire. I read this book as like, here are some tips that you could use. Take what you wish, leave what you don't, right? But the way the epilogue concludes this book, it's very much like, do these 5 steps and like your life will be changed. I didn't realize this was intended to be a rule book. I guess it's a challenge, which is fair. I love challenge, but like, I don't see it as like I have to do all 5 steps. Maybe that's where I'm fucking up, right? Is like I'm not doing all 5, and nor do I have any intention of doing all 5 at this point in time. I did not pick up this book out of like, this is gonna change my life, even though that's how it's written. Well, that's how it concludes, is this is gonna change your life. I'm gonna take my little notes on this, return this to the owner of this book, because I genuinely did kidnap this book. I was like, hey, can I borrow that? And then I stole it. It's been almost a year since I asked to borrow it and had it in my possession. My fear is that all you hear is my heartbeat. Now that I'm eating it, I think scrambled was the right way. I don't wish it was fried. I'm gonna quietly eat my breakfast and watch either YouTube or Taskmaster. Then I'm gonna stretch and get ready for work. I'm gonna try the salmon that I made. It's a pistachio crusted salmon, a recipe that my nutritionist gave me. Not the biggest fan of fish, but we're gonna give it a shot. That is salmon, undeniably. The topping is really good. I think this would be so much better if I had rice. Like if I had something to mask it. It is good. I don't love fish too heavily. If you're a fish lover, I think this recipe's for you. Or maybe it's like the salmon that I purchased, because I got like the farm raised salmon instead of like an Arctic one, Alaskan. I don't eat fish like that if you can't tell. Will it taste different? Maybe all the stress from living in a capitalist society versus free and wild. Maybe just bread. Eat it with some bread. Yeah, I'll grab bread. Bread and salmon, everyone's favorite combo. Is there like a salmon salad, like a tuna salad but with salmon. Do like people do that, or is it just like a tuna thing? Like, is tuna the only fish that people will eat like that? These are genuine questions because I am so far removed from that part of society, the fish eating part of society. Yo, that really fucking tastes like salmon, dude. That is undeniably salmon. I forgot that I had these mojitos in the fridge. I'm so excited for that. Yes! That shit just hits. I'm so sorry. You see how my background's a mess? Because I am too. Got a phone call that like disrupted my entire plans. You know those memes where it's just like gun to your head, call this friend, are they gonna answer? I'm that friend to call. I rarely, if ever, decline a phone call. If I'm not answering, it's probably because I haven't seen it. The times that I do purposefully don't answer the call, I then get a text that is quite concerning from the people who call me. So should I pull back on answering people all the time? Probably. But there are certain people who I know I should still answer just in case they're on that brink, you know? Anyway, because of that, I did not edit. So gotta do that. Did not work out. Gotta do that. But I have a friend who said that they're gonna call me, so I'm gonna try and just go and walk for that phone call, which means I should switch my pants because these pants are too long and I don't want them dragging on the outdoors. I can find that later. And throw on a hoodie because it seems chilly out. But I'm gonna take a second, I'm gonna journal just so I can get that off of my list. And then I'm gonna give them a call because they should be driving now. Hopefully by the time I finish journaling the workout, I can start. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I need to start. Nighttime fall fit check. Yay. It's giving fall. It's giving, I just threw this on. It's giving lazy 90s fit, potentially 80s. Ooh. My knee almost gave out. This is gonna be interesting. That was like a 50-minute walk-ish. I'm gonna call it 45, right? I'm exhausted, like I'm ready to crash. It's 10 p.m, so like a good time to crash, but unfortunately, do gotta edit still. Also currently debating whether or not I should record week 4. I know recording helps hold me accountable, but I also know that I need a break from recording. I feel like I am back on daily vlogging, which is what Vlogmas essentially was for me. But I do realize my brain is a little more fried because I'm doing this every day. I think I need a break of sorts. I'm gonna get ready for bed now so that after I finish editing, I will close my eyes and sleep. I finished editing, did my little log, and that was the last thing I had to do for today. I am exhausted and I didn't get ready for bed like I said I would, so I'm gonna go do that now so that I can KO now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you for more 75 hard in the next one. Talk soon.